Welcome to the Kandid Room.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Don't you feel a little fancy today here in the Kandid Room? How you doing? How you doing, everybody? I see everybody's already in chat, so I just want to say hello and good evening. Welcome to the Kandid Room, where all your confessions meet champagne. So you can sip, do whatever you want to. If you drink alcohol, you sip on your tea, get your water, kick your feet up and unwind, because it's going to be a wonderful episode. So I'm back after a hiatus. I know it's been a couple of weeks, but hey, my family had birthdays and things like that. So I had to skip a couple of weeks, but I'm back, people. And I will be back every Friday this time around, since I was going on Mondays, but I decided to change the show up to Friday nights, just a little bit better. So get you a good show before you get off to the weekend, unwind and everything else. It's the perfect way to end your week, okay? Welcome to the Kandid Room. And I do see a couple of people in the chat. What's going on, ATL Leo? How are you today? Go ahead and share this out. Let everybody know we are here. And I can't wait to see some new and familiar faces in this chat. It's going to be a good one. How are you today?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
I'm doing great. I'm so excited. This is such like a different change from being on the Debo Vibes show. So I'm so honored that you asked me to be on your show tonight. I'm really excited to do this girl talk.
All right. I've got one more guest coming on. I'm going to go ahead and get her on the screen. Let's go ahead and do it. What's going on?
What up, though?
Was good. And before I get to you, just welcome to the Kandid Room. I'm excited to have you join me, and I'm going to go ahead and introduce who you ladies are. Then we definitely going to get to the conversation, but I'm excited about this because, I've been missing for a moment, so I was like, let me get back into this thing. People miss me. People looking for me. People wondering where the show at. So if you don't know, now you know. We back on Fridays now, officially. All right, at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I want to go ahead and introduce these ladies, and then you can kind of go into a little bit more about yourself. We're going to start it off with the first lady at the top right next to me. She is Angela, a.k.a. Miss Savage, host of Savagely Uncut and Debo Savage Life on Debo Vibes. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, first, let me start with Debo Vibes because he's the one that actually got me in the game first, and I've known him for like 30 years now. So we do a show on the Debo Vibes channel on YouTube, which is called Debo Savage Life, and basically that is all about 90s. Anything and everything that you can think of that's 90s. We sometimes veer away from the topic. It gets a little spicy, but for the most part, it's 90s. This last week, we just did an 80s show. It was pretty fun. So, and then on October 7th, I'll be streaming my first live show with a good friend of mine and for Savagely Uncut. And that one's going to be more of a personal level, you know, women, things we go through, relationships and businesses and stuff. So, yeah.
Okay.
So that's on Savagely Uncut. Yeah.
All right. And and I had a pleasure of joining the show actually Wednesday night. And it was the 80s theme. So that was fun.
That was fun.
It actually made me have to go back into my memory and remember some things. I was like, oh my God.
You did good though. You did good.
I hung in there. I mean, I'm an 80s baby, but sometimes you forget all of that sometimes. So I appreciate I had the opportunity to do so though. So let's go ahead and get into this conversation and introduce the next person, Miss Sylvia, aka multi-billion-dollar show, Miss Big Show, of course, founder, CEO of On Blast Radio, On Blast Magazine, OBR Prints, as well as Heartfield Music. What's going on?
Oh, what's good? What's good?
What you got going on? Are you walking? Enjoying life?
Man, I had to come and get in the car because I was in this taco place celebrating with one of my friends who has a friend who is having a birthday. And so it was kind of loud in there. And so I was like, oh, look, man, let me go outside. But then I'm like, man, it's kind of loud outside. Let me sit
go in the car. Okay, you got a little time with us to have a little conversation now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, just tell us a little bit about your business.
Oh, so I own a radio station. It's an internet radio station where we cater to independent artists and small business owners, entrepreneurs, all sorts of talent or whatever like that.
Okay.
And I also have a magazine. It really aligns with the radio station, same basis or whatnot. And then OBR Prints is like my print shop. I do like DTF prints. I do a lot of sublimation type things, stickers and stuff like that, branding type of things for your business. And then Heartfield Music is my record label, where me and
Nice.
Telling
y'all,
you, a
we
jack
all
of
do
all trades
music,
over here.
and we all do music, and we put everything out through Heartfield Music, because our hearts beat music.
Okay, and then speaking of music, someone is recording some music lately.
I have been.
Oh,
And,
wow.
I'm excited about it because it's been a long time since I've dabbled in like actually back rapping or whatever, and so
Yes.
it feels good to express myself, especially when without feeling pressure. A lot of times early on in my music career, it's like, oh man, I want to be famous, I want to be a star, and all these other things, and I want the money and the big house and all that other stuff, and
Yeah.
now it's just like, yeah, I just want to be able to express myself and have fun and
And
enjoy
enjoy
it.
it.
And
Enjoy,
it makes a big difference, because when you don't feel pressure, it's a
Yeah.
lot easier to think. It's a lot easier to write. It's a lot easier to really get what you feel out. So
Absolutely. And I agree with that.
Mhm.
Like, doing this is what I enjoy. I like just being able to talk to people, curate a platform, utilize my, because I'm a mental health coach. So this platform gives me a chance to kind of expand my skills, but talk to different people. You never know the type of people you meet. I used to do lives on TikTok. That's kind of how I met quite a few people, just doing
Oh.
that. And I just kept it positive, because TikTok can get very toxic,
Yes.
So we got Debo Vibes in here. What's going on, Debo? I was just on
Hey.
the show on Wednesday. Thank you for having me. He said, "What up, ladies of the Kandid Room? I'm here for the Kandid Talk." Absolutely. We're
Absolutely.
gonna get into it now, because we got both perspectives on side of the coin. So, and this conversation is going to get real deep. I need for everybody to go ahead and share this out. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Share, like, and it's also on both channels. On Blast Radio, as well as this is a Kandid Room. So, and then of course you're welcome to come on, Miss Angela, if you ever just want to just get your feet wet right before your October 7th show.
Oh,
You are
thank
more than
you.
welcome. Just subscribe. Thank you. Tell everybody. Take this link and send it to everybody. Tell them.
Yes.
Because this is a ladies' night. Okay, I know Debo. you got your twin brother in here, but this is gonna be a little different atmosphere over here. So I'm ready to get into this conversation. Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. All right. So today's episode, if you haven't seen it yet, we're going to be talking a little bit about ghosting. Now, ghosting. Let me get my... What puts you in the mind when I say that? Ghosting. I'm not talking about, Casper the Friendly Ghost, anything like that. I am talking about ghosting when it comes to relationships, friendships, anything. Ghosting. And I'm going to ask you ladies, before I get into a little breakdown of it. 1 second here. I want you to define to me, in your mindset, give me a little perspective from both sides. Miss Angela, you can tell me a little bit of what you think, ghosting means, your definition. What counts as ghosting as far as it towards is either it's silence, or is it more like you disappearing for intentional things? So
I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's like, I think it's a little bit both. Like, either they're gonna completely ignore you, like you're talking, and all of a sudden they just disappear, and that I feel like that's silence, or maybe they set up a date with you or something, and then they just never show up, and then never give you an explanation. You might be having something like positive going on, and you think it's going good, but then all of a sudden you don't hear from that person no more. So I feel like there's a little bit of both on that aspect, I feel like there's two type of different ghosting. You get the ones from, whoever you're trying to link up with. And then you also might have a personal one, however you feel like when you're with your family and friends. So I definitely think there's two different types, but I definitely will say, I feel like it's a little bit of both,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And Big Show, let me know. What's your definition of it?
Simplified definition is pretty much like falling off or falling back from whatever it is that you and that person's energy is. You know, it I call it like falling off the planet, because that's what I do.
Pretty much what it is. Yeah.
Of course it is.
Here, yeah.
That's definitely true.
That's a simple explanation, but of course, you know me, I like to get a little deep into this conversation, so it's going to spark up a little bit, because we are going to talk about the differences in, you know, because some people call ghosting something that it may actually not be. So you got to be careful with that word. Just because I disappeared for a minute, I got quiet for a moment, doesn't mean I'm ghosting you. There's a real reason out here that some people just kind of go silent a little bit. So, and I'm gonna get to the chat real quick before we get into this breakdown. I did see some more people coming in. I hope you in here. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And we have Faith. What's going on? Hey, ladies, good topic. Hey.
She's from the West Coast. She's from Vegas, you guys. So
I see some Vegas people up in here. Okay. Please share this out. Let everybody know. Tell your girlfriends. Tell you guys. This conversation is going to be the one. So, because ghosting is really, really like popular now. You know, back when you had to go meet somebody, it wasn't cell phones, and you had to go meet someone at a location, and I got on a green shirt with blue, you know, describing who you look like and what you look like so they can see you in the food court. You know how you're meeting up back when you was dating then. Now it's like, I don't even got to, you know, block. I can see you. I don't even care. I block you from all communication just off of social media, and you can't get to me. So, but this is the difference with ghosting, silence versus ghosting. Okay. Silence is just a pause or gap in communication, not always intentional. You know, we have a busy schedule, personal space, temporary issues, short term, often followed by a response. So it's more like, okay, I've been gone for a moment, but I'm back, friend. You know, I had a lot going on, kind of how we are. You know, all my friends. Sometimes I get a little quiet and silent. They be like, I'm just checking on you. Hey, and that's you know, healthy communication. It's like, hey, I'm giving you your space, but I'm just checking in. Hey, I'm letting you know everything's all right, but hey, I'm giving you a response to let you know I'm good here. And last one is can be resolved with a message or just a check-in, like I just said. So you got to look at it like this. Don't take it personal if somebody does kind of get into their, hey, I'm just trying to deal with me right now. I'm not in the right mental space. I need some time. Don't take it personal. To me, that's not ghosting. As long as they're, you know, they'll eventually respond back to you and give you some type of update. Leave it at that. Okay, I respect that. I'm gonna go ahead and deal with my business, and then we'll meet when we meet. Cool. I mean, no hard feelings there. They're just saying, hey, I got some shit going on, and you might realize your friend got some stuff going on. So we're just gonna chill back, especially around this time. A lot of people go through seasonal depression. If you didn't realize it, seasonal depression is when we start going inside a lot more because it's colder. So you don't have vitamin D, and you're not going to get in that sun. That gives you a lot of energy. And, you know, when you're lacking that, notice when you go to the doctor and get your blood work and they'll say you're lacking vitamin D, you might need to take a vitamin D pill. A lot of people don't know that gives you the energy that you need. So the difference between that is ghosting, though. Now, this is obvious. So complete, unexplainable cutoffs of all communication, usually intentional withdrawal, avoidance, disinterest, unwillingness to explain, ongoing with no closure or follow-up, leaves the other person confused, seeking answers. Team ghost. Oh, see, look at that. I already got a team ghost. You better not be team ghosting my sister. I know that much. That's my brother-in-law.
Oh.
I'm joking though. He loved my sister. But so you tell me about your past, Mr. Team Ghosting. I see you. Okay. Got a couple of people that love to do that. So does that definition kind of break it down a little bit easier for you guys to kind of understand a little bit more? Does it give you a different perspective?
For sure. 100%.
Okay. What about you, Sho?
Definitely. That's where I was at.
As far as which side? Silence?
Ghosting, complete silence, like falling completely off for whatever the connection is.
Okay. And then was there a reason? Well, you know, we're gonna get into that. Hold on, before I even ask that. So now we got the definition of it. We're gonna kind of break into why. Okay,
Mhm.
because I want to know why do people ghost.
Wow.
I mean, I'm just saying, Miss whoever, Mr. Six Man in the chat, whoever's in this chat, and you are the ghoster, I need a little bit more reason why you do that. Of course, you
Mhm.
like to go silent. Does that help you? Does it make you feel better to ghost people? What is it for? If have you ghosted Angela?
Okay, well, it depends on who. So I'm really bad when it comes to my friends. Like if I'm a very happy person. So if I'm in a bad mood, like a people pleaser.
Yeah.
I won't talk to my friends. I'll ghost, and they'll be blowing me up, and I'll be like, put the phone aside. But when it comes to like meeting somebody or trying to get to know somebody or whatever, I like straight communication. I value my time. So if you don't want to see me, we too old for the games. Just tell me you don't want to see me. I'm not gonna put on my makeup and do my hair if you don't want to come pick me up. You know what I mean? Like I take time to get ready. So my time is value.
You got this outfit and figure out what you're gonna smell like, and
Right. Listen, if I'm gonna be beautiful for you, I don't need to
making
look
the
beautiful to go to
effort.
bed.
Exactly. So don't waste my time here. So
Right.
let's be intentional about what your intentions are. Let me know what's up. If you ain't trying to pick me up and go on a date for real, don't waste my time.
That just happened like not too long ago. And I waited for somebody for like 2 hours. And I wasn't mad. Like I was more mad of like you could at least sent me a text and said like, no, I can't make it to this date or take you out on a date or whatever. But you didn't call it anything. But then, on Facebook and stuff, you can see who's like trolling your page and stuff. So it's like,
He's
mm,
watching.
I was more mad thinking he was in a ditch somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I was more mad about. I don't care that you don't see me. I'm grown. Like I'm not gonna lose sleep. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yeah.
What I am mad about is I was more concerned like you weren't hurt. You know what I mean? You could have just been grown and said like this ain't I'm not feeling and I would have been cool. I wasn't gonna cry about it. But at
Yeah.
the same time, I don't want to wake up the next day and read the news and think that, something happened. So I think that what irritates me most about ghosting.
Yeah, especially if you had plans and
Right.
you said you sat there and waited 2 hours. I'm assuming you
Right.
probably text, "Hey, what's up?" and
Yeah.
nothing.
Nothing.
Did they
So
leave you
it's
a
like
read or what was it?
I don't know. He was like, I'm on my way. I'll be there like in 2 hours. And I was like, okay, cool. And after that, it was like nothing. Still today, nothing. Which this happened like months ago. But yeah, you've been on my page. So
Oh, that's.
obviously you're alive and not in a ditch somewhere.
I mean, if something came up, hey,
Just be grown.
maybe we might rethink this thing. I would have took that better. So, Miss Ghoster back here at the bottom, I need to know, why do you ghost?
Yeah, please tell me what goes on in the mind of that.
You want to fall off the map, but in dating and things like that, why do you ghost?
It's a number of reasons. A lot of times when I feel like you're an adult and you know what you did and you don't have accountability for that, or if it's something that we've discussed already and you're still doing it. I'm not one of them people who like to repeat myself and have conversations over and over again or whatever. And so, yeah, like I just feel like if you make me feel some type of way, then and we've already discussed that, then I'm gonna just stop talking to you. And so you can sit and you can reflect and you can think like, well, dang, why is she not talking to me or responding to me or showing up or whatever like that? Now, I'm not a person who's gonna make plans with you and then not come or nothing
Right, it's
like
different.
that. You know what I'm saying?
Like you said, it's different types of ghosting. Yes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fall completely off the face of the earth. I'm gonna act like I don't know you. I'm act like we probably never met before, and then I'm gonna go on about my business. Now, if you can come to me, tell me like, and it's probably gonna be via text because I won't be answering your phone calls or whatever, and tell me like, hey, yo, look, man, my bad. I know we talked about whatever and however, and I know that I did whatever. Then I may hit you back, maybe. But a lot of times, those people is because I don't have time for your games. I'm too grown. I'm not
That
about
I
to,
understand.
I don't play with other people's children. Okay.
Now, you know
I
what?
never played well in the sandbox. You know what I'm saying? So it's like yeah, I just don't have time for that. So I'm gonna go on about my business and I'm gonna let you figure it out because I didn't already had that discussion with you.
Okay, and I see Faith said, seems like people make scared or maybe be scared to tell the truth that there is no interest. Why make the date in my question if they gonna ghost folks if they're not interested? I get that. I get that.
Yeah,
So
that's why I say I'm not gonna make plans. I wouldn't
yeah,
make plans with a person and then not show up or anything like that. I feel like that's rude. That's not even
yeah.
ghosting. That's just being
Yeah.
an ass.
I mean, even if you went on that quote unquote date and it just didn't really go the way you thought it was gonna be,
Right.
then from there it's like, you know what? Hey, this is not going to work out, but I appreciate you, cool vibe and everything else. Let's be friends or whatever, but anything romantic. So we just have to learn how to start having those honest conversations. But so I was judging a little bit. I was like, why are you ghosting people? But I get it.
But now I get it too. Like, I understand that. I would definitely be the ghoster in that situation too. Like,
So
for
we're going to
sure.
get into, a little bit more about why people do it so you can kind of see it in text form. Because, we got to learn, got to educate a little bit. So I'm going to take this caption off. Why do people go? Let me get this banner off. So why do people go? So basically this fear of confrontation. Some people just can't take a rejection. Or, hey, I'm not interested in you. What you mean? I thought we was feeling it and I was really liking you. Oh, you been, and then the next thing you're ugly and you all this. You want all that anyway. It becomes a big debate. Like, what the hell? How you gonna, not talk to me? Look at who I am. I was like, you ain't all that anyway. I mean, I don't go about it. I go about personality, your energy, all of that kind of stuff anyway. You got to be more than just fine to me for me to like you anyway. So if you thinking you the prize over here, but you boring, you ain't got nothing going for yourself and things like that, baby, I ain't got time. So fear of confrontation. Some people a little big-headed and egotistical, and it's like, oh, you trying to cut me? Oh, well, we finna fight and argue about this. Avoidance of discomfort. Maybe this person makes you uncomfortable when you're around them, and so you avoid them because they make you feel some type of way. You feel, I don't know, this person give me a little vibe I don't like, because I'm a energy person. So if your energy seems a little off to me, it's like, be careful about this one over here. So avoidance of discomfort. Emotional immaturity, but in the sense of, not in her sense, because she had a reason. It's the way you treat me, how you act, and now I'm going to fall back because of your actions. Emotional immaturity is like, you don't give a damn about a person's feelings. You're making those dates and not showing up, and you giving these empty promises that we finna hook up. And it's like, especially, we're gonna get into social media, especially dating apps and all this, when people catfish and don't be for real about their things. And it's like, okay, let's put a date on it. What time you want to go and where we want to go. And when it comes to it, I got all these excuses in the book. Well, are you really trying to get out and do something? So that's that emotional immaturity. It's like, stop wasting people's time, y'all. Come on, you playing over here. Get on these apps and I'm looking for somebody and a partner and the love of my life. And then you get that person in your DMs and you don't know what to do with it. Then lack of interest. It just happens. You talk a couple of times with some people. It's just not flowing like you wanted to flow, and y'all just don't have mutual interest. It's not connecting for you. So lack of interest. That's why some people go. So let's see what the chat is saying a little bit. She said, I agree also, but that after initial meetup. So yeah, so like, go, you can kind of go silent after your date when you just feel like, I don't know, I'm not feeling this person, not the person I seen on that filter picture, just don't look the same. You lying to me, yada yada yada. Find out they got a whole relationship going. It's a lot that goes into this, that people are a representation of themselves when you first meet them. And then you meet them, you go out a couple of times. That's when you start seeing some of them more. And then the more you date, you get to see the whole them. And it's like, whoa. I wasn't expecting all this. I'm gonna bounce back. This ain't for me. So, he said people play too much for him. And I get it. And they do. They definitely do. So that's kind of why people do it. So that's, it's a good explanation of it. If.
Hey, y'all, guess what? I signed up for karaoke and it's about to be my turn. I'm going to hop back in.
Okay. Go ahead, love. I love you.
I'll be right back.
Okay. She'll be right back.
Okay. Go ahead. So we're going to be going on for a minute. So go do that karaoke. So, let me go ahead and
the lack of interest I get, because I tend to get bored sometimes. So, like, I
Yeah.
get bored fast. I'm an Aries, and if I have any friends in the chat, they're probably cracking up that I just said that because I do. And if you can't hold my attention in a conversation or make me laugh or meet me, I'm good. Like, because that means in person it's gonna be even worse. So I get that lack of interest one.
And and I am a person that has a very short attention span.
Mm-hmm.
Diagnosed ADHD. So you really that's why I can't even, people like, you watch shows. I said no, because if it doesn't pique my interest, I watch a couple episodes, I'll leave it alone. So I can't get into shows unless it's just one of those, I can't put it down, like I can't stop watching type of shows. You have to grab my attention. At the same time, I've been so busy lately with my own business. I have 2 podcasts I'm operating. I full-time work, mother, event planner. I do things outside, so it's like I ain't got a lot of time anyway. But I will make the time for someone if I'm interested, though. So there's no.
I like what you said earlier too, and maybe a couple people in the chat might appreciate the fact that because I'm really bad about if I'm in my feelings and stuff like that, or I've just had a day, like I said earlier, that's when I'm really bad. But that only comes to like the people I love, which is worst. I feel like when I ghost, I just don't like to put my bad energy on people. And I'm not here to ruin your day or anything like that. I know that's not an excuse. And like you said, as long as you check in, that's where I'm bad at, she said sometimes. So so when you were asking me the 2 definitions of ghosting, I totally got the first one, like the whole silence one,
But to me,
for sure.
it's more of just sometimes we have to protect our peace,
Yeah.
I don't feel like that's a bad thing. The left side of it. We can bring it back up for those that's coming in a little late. But he said, Debo Vibe said, I usually ghost a female when she is constantly invading my personal space. So you need some space. You'll need somebody that's clingy and up under you. And you know what? I kind of feel you there, Debo, because now that I'm freshly divorced, I really haven't. I've dated here and there, had some casual little things, some situations, but nothing I was committed to.
Not the 5-6 rule, 4-5. What was the 4-5 rule?
So, and the situationship, it was like, okay, we go into the situation like, hey, I'm not really trying to commit right now. I'm vibing. I like you. You like me. We're going to go out. We're going to hang out.
See where it goes.
We might get intimate, maybe. But what happens is, what happened with me is they got into their feelings, and it's like, well, I really like you a lot, and I really want to spend all my time with you, be up under you, smell you, breathe with you. Wait, give me 50 feet here. So that was my situation, and that person fell in love before I was able to really fall into it. I was like, I'm just really just getting to know you. Give me time, because I'm healing right now from my divorce. I'm not ready to jump into anything. It's like, well, I love fast and love hard, and I did break some hearts. So,
been there. I've been divorced now 6 years. It'll be 6 years. So I totally understand where you're coming from, especially right fresh off my divorce. Like people just started like hitting my like DMs, like, "What? You're divorced? You're available?" It's like, I'm not available. You know what I mean? Like, let me breathe for a second.
Open season right now. This means that I'm just out hang out with you a little bit. That means I'm I ain't got to answer nobody no more. I'm on my own.
Right.
That don't mean be booed up with somebody just like that. I need some time to look. I've been in 2 long-term relationships. My first one was my high school sweetheart. That's where my babies came from. And the last one, that was 13 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Not married that long, but 13 years in that relationship. Before that, high school sweetheart, it was 3 years in between when I met my spouse. My baby, she's 2010 born. So 2009-ish. So maybe 2006 is when my last relationship ended, and I went into the next, wait a little bit. So 3 years in between. I was dating, but I wasn't taking it serious. I was having fun, enjoying life. But
there's nothing wrong with that. Like I feel like at our age, as long as you're safe and you're taking precautions, there's nothing wrong with that. I married my high school sweetheart right out of high school, And then I was married for 27 years.
Yeah, I'm high school sweetheart. I was
Yeah.
24 at
So,
19.
so dating has changed a lot. So coming out into this world has been like scary because it's like you don't know who to trust, you don't know who to talk to, you don't know who's telling you the truth. Like the ghosting thing is new. It's just all of it is like chaotic, you know.
And let's see, AT, I have something off about somebody, it ain't gonna work for me. There you go. See, you go by energy or something that makes you feel uncomfortable. ATLEs, I had to cut off a link of mine because I missed them. Red flags may have looked at sound good, but after I got annoyed, it's hell no for now.
Yeah.
As long as you started recognizing those red flags and things like that. My girl Maisha, I'm gonna get to her in a minute. Said, exactly, Maggie. Allow me to get to know her, and she can get to know me, and allow me my space. We got to learn each other before we yearn into each other, in my opinion. But are you dropping it down on her though? Now, you can't have it both ways. Are you, having her come over to spend time with you? Wiring and down, and y'all hook up, and then you expect her not to be, because you're an attractive guy, Debo. So okay, so I'm sure women probably throwing themselves at you. Now, what are you doing? Are you keeping that to yourself first, and then you're gonna talk and get to know her, take her out? Or y'all getting hooking up, and then it's like, no, I don't want you clinging to me because, and be real, put it in the chat, because this Candid Room, we keep it real, and of course, this is an unbiased platform.
No judgment.
It's a no judgment zone, because you're gonna hear some real stuff from me on this show. So I want to hear, okay.
So with the one guy, I wonder if when he said that the A1 was, or who came before Debo, did you at least do like a conversation with her, or did you just ghost her? Like, did he just cut her off when he was like, nah, this vibe ain't happening? Or did you at least have a conversation with like, nah, this ain't happening? Like, I'm curious. I wonder, did he ghost her, or did he just like at least let her know like this ain't gonna work for me?
Yeah, so I love to have both, everybody in the chat. I love when everybody has their own experience and things like that, because it depends. Because I can admit, yes, I shouldn't have went there because it was a night of drinking and all that. It was like, oh, you know what, you look really good tonight, and then things happen, and it's like, oh man, I shouldn't have done that. Should have done it. Lola 28. Layla? Excuse me. Lala. Thank you.
Oh, that's my co-host.
That's your co-host. Lala. Okay. I'm gonna get to know you. Lala. It said it sure has. Everyone wants to put your business on social media. Ooh.
That's a good one.
This is the world of the social media where you don't mess them up now, because all your personal business is gonna be on the internet. Faith said dating is just way different these days.
It is. Like you said, I think you said it good when you were on our show. You said it's almost like you got to take out a resume or do some research on somebody first, or at least go check out if they do have multiple social medias, go check out what they really about, or do the FaceTiming. I'm all about FaceTiming.
Oh yeah, that's
I'm not going off of your picture. Let's FaceTime.
FaceTime, you can't. I don't know if you can filter that or not. FaceTime.
No, you can't. You can't.
You can go. Let me send me a picture. Okay, let me clip this to my best side. Hold on. What I look like now. Like, this ain't you. Stop popping up that chest. No, I want the real you. When you go swimming, what you come out that water looking like? That's what I want to see.
Right. That part right there. Because I think I heard somebody say this. There's another thing I saw. They say you like is like a far word from dating today, right? Because we used to like people back in junior high school, right? And that was different. But now that we're adults, like is like liking a pair of shoes, liking an outfit, liking food, right? But we don't always buy those shoes or eat that food, right? So today, it's almost like you got to really I don't want to say love, but you really got to be more than liking that person to be vibing in the way that you need to be vibing in order to, feel like, okay, you know what? I ain't going to ghost this person. Let me just go ahead and give him a shot, you know what I mean? So,
and Debo Bob said, now I've been through 2 divorces, and the main thing that I learned from the last one was that it off the rip started off physically, and it was a disaster. Yeah. Sometimes here's my situation I was in. We can have these mature conversations. We're grown, y'all. Sometimes go home and get it on the first night.
Mm-hmm.
It happens. We've been there. You know what I'm saying? I don't judge nobody. And I've been there. Had a good time with somebody, and shoot, one thing led to another. And but me personally, I'm very vocal and direct with my intentions too. It's
Me
like,
too.
hey, you okay with this now? Like, I ain't really trying to be in a relationship right now. You cool? Yeah, I'm sure I am. Lying.
Like testing the car before you buy it type thing.
Yeah, I'm sure of it. And then you have a great time, and then it's like, oh, so what are we now? Like, wait a minute.
Facts.
A little sound effect. Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've had that conversation. I was having a conversation with somebody earlier because I was like, sometimes I feel like when you have them one nighters or stuff, sometimes it's not always bad. Because what if you guys are vibing?
Yeah.
And then when you get in the bedroom, it just totally sucks. Then what happens after that, right? Or
it's to me, it's an audition. Let's keep it real.
an audition.
It's let's keep it real. Like,
Kibo is turning in his chair right now.
So I need to have some sexual chemistry here. You got to be mentally stimulating me, spiritually, intellectually, all of the above. You got to be hitting on all cylinders for me.
Right.
And now, sometimes sexual chemistry, you can teach that, but we're too grown. You gotta come a little prepared. Okay, please.
Yeah, if I gotta teach you something wrong, and somebody ain't been teaching you this whole time, if I gotta teach you something,
I'm lying to you about your skills. Okay.
Oh, you know what? I gotta admit, this was brought up on one of our shows. I do lie. I'm one of them girls that lie. You know why? Because I'm a people pleaser. So I am a type person that if it ain't good in the bedroom, I'll lie about it. But I just won't talk to you anymore after that.
Then you go ghost, because
I guess that would be a form of ghosting. But at least I tell them, like, I'm like, oh, I don't think this is gonna work anymore,
But let's keep it real though. I mean, maybe not right then, but it's like, okay, before you get in there and keep lying, and they just thinking they in there, just the big dog.
Right.
Like,
one and done for me.
I'm sorry. It's not working out. But ATL, you say I test people every time on anything and randomly just to see who they really are. Tuning in late. What's going on? Hey, what are you doing? Is somebody else from the West Coast?
No, actually, that's my one of my other best friends, Julie. She's here in Georgia with us.
Well, welcome. We really starting to get into the tea here because we we're talking about why we leave people on one night stands. So my issue, it says we're all grown. If it happened, it happens. Yes. However, you don't have to be in a relationship right away. Just be honest about what you want and do not ghost people. Just tell them.
Agree.
And we're gonna get into some more breakdowns. I love y'all conversation here. I'm telling you, I have to get to know her. I got to learn her, and she got to learn me. The bump and grind will be much better once you know you are enjoying that person physically and mentally. And then one thing about it, when you bring in the physical and mental part about it in your chemistry, not everybody's sexual taste is the same.
That's true. That is really true.
Work for one person, you thinking that's it. That's it.
True.
Like, no, you need to move your emotional lobe to the left a little bit because this one ain't hidden for me. People bodies react completely. I'm just keeping it real.
No, that's true. I be talking about the package all the time. Listen.
Be a touch person. Like, don't touch me, but just, do it.
Yeah.
I don't want to be hugged and loved and cuddled afterwards. It's be a lot of things about some people with their, some people are neurodivergent and, things.
I believe that.
It's a lot of things that goes with people's personalities that goes into this play.
I mean, we can pillow talk, but we got to get to that pillow talk.
Yeah.
If we can't get to that pillow talk, there's no pillow talking going on. So
if you're looking good and body nice, but
what
happens though? Can you teach them? No, I'm just saying, like, if it's lame a little bit, but if it's hinting at something, it's like, I'm going to bring it out of you, because sometimes people are shy. Sometimes people need to open up just a little bit more. So some things may just, now if it's just like you really don't know what you're doing, you can tell by that. But if someone's just really kind of nervous a little bit and they're a little bit,
I call it high school sex. If you still having sex like you did in high school, something wrong.
good, better looking than my etc. and sex be trash and mouth. Oh, woo, okay, Tia Leah,
Okay.
we see you. We see you.
Okay, that's the same thing. Like you could be looking nice on the outside, but have a little short in the inside. When we get, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's like nice body, and then when we get in the bedroom, when you pull your pants down, I'm looking for a magnifying glass. So
Well, since we're looking for magnifying glass, let's just talk about the impact.
okay,
So how it hurts people's feelings. Okay. So the impact, how it affects self-esteem, trust, and mental health. So I'm going to ask you, Angela.
okay.
So you talked about earlier that you have been ghosted before because you waited on that date, you got ready, was ready to go. Was it the first time that happened to you, or was it kind of happened before?
No, it's happened one other time before, and I feel like I'm a type of person that actually I always look good and like I always see the good in people, so I always want to believe. So like and then when it was always an excuse after an excuse. So like we'd make up a time as an excuse. Okay, we'll postpone it for 2 more days later, and then that 2 more days later comes. It's like, okay, we're gonna go out tonight, and then it gets closer. It's like, oh my god, I canceled, something came up. So it's like, okay, so for me, like. Yeah, but for me, I'm at a place now, and I think everything I've been through at my age, my empathy is really like not there anymore. Like I just don't have time to be crying over some small shit. Like I just want communication. That's it. I feel like communication is the key.
Yeah.
Just you don't gotta ghost me. Listen, I'm not gonna lose sleep over. You don't want to go out? I'm cool. Like I'm gonna be more sad. Like I said earlier, that I put all my makeup on, but my empathy at my age right now is really low. Like I don't have empathy no more when
I
it
get
comes
it.
to stuff
I
like
get
that.
it. Yeah, it's like me, just people. We're gonna get into that. How can you kind of redirect this to be a little bit more healthier conversation and communication with people? But
Right.
we're gonna talk about. Let's see what the chat is saying. I'm gonna bring up a little
Trust.
bit
I guess the trust too,
impact.
because trust is hard. Like
High school. Yes, you already know that is insane. I know it, Maisha. I know it. And while you're in here, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and also share this out so more people can watch us. We're excited that you are here. But I'm going to bring up this picture. So now we're going to talk about the impact and just, what it can do for a person. And honestly, it kind of just happened to me where I was feeling somebody and we were spending a lot of time with each other. Met over the internet, of course, but it was more of a meet and greet for me. I like to host meet and greets, especially me in the the lesbian community. So a lot of lesbians in Atlanta say there's not a lot of places to go to hang out, go to the clubs. There's only like one lesbian club in the whole heart of Atlanta.
Really?
And then it's not catered to our audience, if you will.
Oh wow.
No offense, but on certain nights we might have a night for us, but a lot of time it's not as diverse. If you get my drift. So, I feel like it caters a lot more to the male gay environment here in Atlanta. Till for ladies, it's hard to find other locations. So people have to throw events and things like that. So it's not like just, hey, let me go have a drink somewhere at a bar. Not too many places. So a lot of people do meet and greets or events. So this was one of my meet and greets. A lot of people in one of those groups was like, hey, we're trying to get out in a crowd, get together, meet some new people, new friends. Okay. So it was one of those type of events. It was like a local bingo type of thing. And I met those people there. I had a friend with me and I was like, hey, I'm going to introduce you to some new people, try to build our community of friends to go together a lot. And we end up starting to like each other a little bit in that conversation and that interaction. So we exchanged numbers, started to communicate, hung out a few times, brought in New Year's and everything. And then I'm spending every week with you I barely hear from you. I know you're busy. I'm busy too. I know we're both not saying we're trying to date get in a relationship, but we were trying to get to know each other. To me, that's respectful. So to me, that's taking my time with it. We'll reach in and, when we can, that type of deal. And then it just went from every day to hit and miss to a left on red to nothing. It's like, then I found out that person was kind of entertaining another person at work. So it's like, okay, well, we're just getting to know each other. Be real. Be grown here. Have that conversation. But the impact of this is It lowers someone's self-esteem, damages trust in others, and negatively affects mental health. And I want to go a little deeper into that, actually, because it can make people, it causes confusion, anxiety, and feelings of rejection.
Yes, that's a big one. I feel like feeling rejected.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because that was a big one for me right after my divorce was rejection. Like because just those last words that they say to you, you'll never find anybody like me or whatever. And then the rejection after that, like if you do start dating and you're new to it and then they are ghosting you or not, that rejection is a big one. I feel like that you have to get over and build tough skin for and stuff like that in the dating world. So I totally understand that part right there for sure.
Talking and muting at the same time because my son's in the background making noise. But
Okay.
people saying I strongly agree with all of these. Yes. Yes, because it's like, especially dating in your 40s now. You know, you're not looking like the 20-year-old. Still we look good. If you take care of yourself, you take care of yourself. But you might be a little bit more tired when you get, you working all day long. You want to get a nap in, you want to rest, and then they want to get out after work and have drinks and things like that. So I'm already bringing a lot of energy into this, just meeting you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just picking up a phone and talking to you. I'd rather be in my zone and chilling. You know what I'm saying? Because I get like that now. That's my silencing. I will get into my zone, have my music, have my wine, and I'm chilling for my Friday night, Saturday nights. If I ain't got nobody asking me to go anywhere,
right,
I might text somebody, boom, 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 boom. But I'm in my zone. So if you're taking me out of that zone so I can start talking with you a little bit more, hanging out with you, that's taking a lot of effort and confidence for one thing, because now you got to think about, I got to look nice when I go out. I got it. So especially the first time you met that person and then they just ghost you after that. It's like, well, damn.
Right.
It's going so well. What happened here? And it does kind of lowers your self-esteem a little bit. It's like, well, I don't think I look bad. I mean, what was it? Something I said? Something I did? I don't know. Is this person talking to somebody? You get all these thoughts in your head. And then, but like you said, I don't really dwell on it too long now that I'm older. It used to be where I, no. I'm like, okay, it is what it is at this point. I just take it as like, hey, I dodged a bullet. You saved me to all the extra work of that. It's like, okay, cool. I'm gonna get back to working on me, and then maybe the next person that comes along, I will know what to look for. So it's a lesson for me. I don't really take it that serious anymore.
Right.
Like
somebody said to me earlier today, like sometimes ghosting might be a blessing because maybe it was a good thing they ghosted you, because what if y'all went out and then it wasn't supposed to be like, or maybe he or her just ends up being this total asshole later. Maybe sometimes ghosting is, a blessing in disguise sometimes,
somebody's showing you, you might, like your grandma be pulling to the side, baby, I don't know about this one. It's like, what you mean? I don't know. Or, your friends know of that person and they ain't trying to tell you. It's like, ooh, she dated that, know some history about this person. You just like, oh, he's so fine, or she's so fine, and all this. It's like, I don't care. And it's like, girl, you need to watch it. It's like, what does that mean?
I have a couple of them friends. They were like, girl,
what you talking about? What you think?
Stop being so shallow, girl. You need to dig deep.
Those friends I like them friends that's gonna like, look now.
Yeah, I have them. They tough on me.
Please let me know.
Right.
I'm being a fool over here right now. But then sometimes your friends will let you walk a little bit, like, okay now. Don't call me when you're crying. I'm trying to tell you. And then, we might go into it. It's like, we just gonna hook up a little bit. That's all it's gonna do. That's it.
I just want it for something else. I don't want it for all the other stuff.
No, I ain't in here for a relationship with this person.
Self-esteem? What? Nah.
Then you in your feelings about somebody you was trying to hook up with. See?
Right. That part right there.
Because guess what? They having bomb stuff going on. And it's like, whoa. I need a
Have you
whole
ever
other
been?
thing.
Have you ever been in that relationship, or have you ever met somebody and then they seem to think that you're in a relationship, and you're like,
Yeah.
when them types, you know, like what? When did we start dating? You know, so I guess maybe ghosting at that point might come in the play.
And that, yes, like some people instantly, I've seen it in some groups. It's like, oh yeah, you instantly mine. When we go out on the first day, it's like, what? Damn. But sometimes you can't be too nice to people.
I know.
You can,
I'm one of the. I'm nice.
and that, so they'll take it as something more than it is. And you know,
Mhm.
and I was like, maybe because it took me a while to open up to somebody over the holiday. You know,
Yeah.
I had been reserved to myself. Like I said, I had situationships where I was like, this is all it is. Okay. They failed. I didn't. But this one, I was like, I'm meeting the family. I'm meeting the friends. I'm kind of holding hands with you, kind of intimate candle making, date stuff,
Right. Dates are right.
So I'm like, I can see this kind of building into something. Then it's just
Right.
like ghost, like how you
Really?
gonna act? Yes.
Girl. See,
Yes.
communication is. I cannot.
But I knew what it was. I ain't gonna go into deep. It was somebody else of interest at the place of work.
Oh.
They was in your face all the time. So.
Oh yeah. See, I don't like that. See, that's why I try not to worry about my heart no more.
Yeah.
I literally put my heart on a shelf for right now, and you know what I mean? Because I cannot, like, I just can't do it. Like, you know, like I literally tried to take a break from my heart because like it's just so hard out here, and I've already been ghosted a couple times, and not all the time, but ghosted, or I've been the one to be like, it's just not gonna work, and put the brakes on. And like you said earlier, them dating sites, they just be. But I know people, my son, one of my close friends, my best friend, they've all met their husbands and wives on dating sites. So I'm like, my taste must be just, I don't know what is going on.
I don't even begin on dating. I mean, I tried the Facebook thing. I'm on Meet Me, and then I don't know. It's
Right.
just,
I just don't understand. Before I invest all my time and energy on you, I feel like you can tell right off the bat. I think somebody said it earlier in the chat. I feel like you can tell right off the bat with vibes and stuff like that if this is going to work or not going to work. And I just don't see why it's so hard to tell somebody this just ain't going to work.
yeah,
You
slow
know?
down, Turbo. That's right.
Yes. Yeah. Like I just don't understand why that's so hard. I feel like my superpower sometimes is telling the truth.
Yeah.
I don't know how that can't be your superpower too. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I am one of those upfront, blunt type people, and sometimes
Me too.
I feel like I'm a little too upfront because then I'd be like, "Look, you knew what it was when you started dealing with me, so don't act like
right.
I didn't switch up and be like how you feeling over there." Not that way for me. So
that happens a lot, girl. Trust me.
like,
Trust me.
How could you? Like,
You know, or they want to change you to mold you. And it's like, you met me the way that I am. I'm not changing my spots for no one, you know?
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm old school in 90s babies, body concern, baby body, certain shit just not gonna fly. I'm superpowers. I can't lie or be fake. And I love it. And I want to get into like just a real good relationship. Once we get into this one, you got a little time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. We just got a couple.
I don't have no plans but with you tonight, hon.
Okay, good. Because this conversation is going too good. So we're gonna get into social media part, but it is something I just wanted to talk about after this too, since we're talking about relationships and everything else. So the next one is, like we were just talking about, we're on dating apps, got all this technology going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to talk about the technology's role in our dating world and how it plays a factor in this ghosting. So I'm going to bring this up for you. So let me take this off so you can see it. So technology's role. Dating apps and social media have made meeting people faster and more convenient. But they've also created a culture of easy exits with endless options at your fingertips. It's simply to walk away without explanation. This convenience fuels ghosting as people can disconnect with just a swipe, unfollow, or unread message, avoiding uncomfortable conversations altogether.
That's what just happened. You know, what I said earlier, like after like the whole no pickup, but then you troll on my page because you can, and then you see that, so it's like, so I totally get that part right there.
Yeah,
The convenience of being able to ghost so easily.
yeah, and you know what? And I have been, like I was saying before the show. Now that I'm out here, people are interested in me, so you know they're getting in and communicating with me and things like that. And it's like, I'll talk to you for a couple of days and see what you're all about. And if I'm just not feeling it, I'm not feeling it. So I, you know, after a while, it was like, hey, I don't really hear from you that often. I know. And honestly, now you not hearing from me doesn't mean all the time that I'm avoiding you. Sometimes I am very busy and things like that. So for those people I really do like to connect with, you're gonna hear from me more often. You know, I'm just gonna let you know what's going on. But if it's like 2 conversations and I'm really not saying anything after that, then you might want to worry that maybe she ain't really feeling me like that.
Right.
If I feel like I don't want to continue to reach out and check in and all that, I'm not. So I'm gonna let you know what it is. Hey, I know you're cool and everything else. Because this person, it was another person that was long distance for me. So we weren't even already in the same area. So that's a lot of work to, you know.
It is. Long distance is hard. But I feel like with technology, it makes long distance easier. You got FaceTime, texting,
But
you know what I
if you want to
mean?
be in that though, that's if they're giving you that want to do all that though. So I will, you know, do a long distance relationship.
Oh yeah. If you make time for me, I make time for you. You know, like you say good morning, I say good morning. You know, say good night, I say good night. Not, it doesn't have to be every day, but at least I know you're thinking of me and not thinking of like 3 other girls you're trying to say good morning to. I would hope not. Who has that much time?
Copy paste. Like, oh, you son of a what?
Right, that girl.
You know,
I've been, actually, I'm not even gonna lie. I've been there like a long time, like a couple years ago. Been there.
Oh,
copy paste.
Good afternoon.
Not no more. I don't got time for all that. But you know, years ago, a couple years ago.
Yeah. Like I said, we don't.
A few years.
Oh, but we keep it real here. It says, it's an apps of funky loop. Yeah, girl, fucking loop.
Yes.
That's a new word. I love it. We
I like that word
for people that we want. Absolutely. And then of course, if I feel like I believe in people just being real, like, hey, I really do like you now. I wouldn't mind seeing if we can go further with it. Then now you pause and see what they answer and everything else. That gives that person the opportunity to make the decision of what they want to do. Then you know, you decided, nah, I'm good. And it's like, okay, well, we can still be either friends, hang out, or this is just cut off communication. But give people the opportunity to make those decisions, though. And my issue with my situationship was forcing it. Right. Like, because I love you, but it was more infatuation. You know, I feel it was lust. Right. I love you. And it's like, how? You know, but some people do. Some people love fast. I get it. But don't try to buy me. It was like a lot of, what do they call it? I can't think of it right now. But you know, when people buy a lot of gifts and things like that.
Oh, girl, it was right there. I was just about to say it. Just slipped right.
I know what I'm talking about. Ghosting. Yes, right, Brandon. And welcome to my show. And please hit subscribe if you haven't shared it.
It's very immature.
Yes, it is.
It's very immature.
Like, we're too grown not to say how we feel. It's like, hey, it's cool, you know. I respect everything you got going on. You're a cool person, everything, but right there, I'm just not ready for.
Yeah, I just don't want you to waste my time. I just don't waste my time. Like you said earlier, I could be just laying in bed with a glass of wine, watching my favorite show. I don't gotta do all this. You know what I mean? Like, just don't waste my time, man. That's all I'm asking. Like,
that's all of
it takes 2 seconds to text. 2, less than 2 sometimes. 2. If you copy and pasting, it's 1. If you copy and paste it. But that's true. It is very immature. And I don't have time for that.
I don't either. So we're gonna get into the last part, and then I want to get a little bit more into this conversation about relationships because I just feel like it. So now we're gonna talk about, is it justifiable? The ghost perspective. Is it? So if you are the ghoster, do you feel like you're justified to be treating folks out here like that?
I think after everything we talked about tonight, we justified a few of them.
Yes, we have. So,
you know,
and this is where we're gonna kind of break that down just a little bit, people. You know,
okay.
Because I like to have some things you can screenshot and learn a little bit from it. So, is it justifiable? Yes, for some things. Safety. Cutting contact can protect from threats or danger. Let's say this person is being a little too aggressive and you just don't feel safe. They want to come over to your house all of a sudden, like, I don't want you to know where I live right now. We can meet at a meetup point. I'll get there, you get there, and we leave separately because I'm just meeting you. I don't know you. And that's when you tell your home girl, here's my location. You know, there's some things that can protect yourself. Especially when you're just first out there, you're gonna be nervous as hell going out here and meeting somebody new.
I have that 360 app with my friends.
There you go. I got
so they can find me at all times.
Girl, yes, girl. So, and then abuse. Yes, ghosting may be the only safe way to escape manipulation or harm. Yeah, that's another one. And then just good on loss of interest. Sometimes in casual, low investment situation, it may feel easier, but in deeper relationships, honestly, it's usually morseful. So, I mean, you can kind of outgrow somebody after a while too. So that's kind of what that means. You can outgrow somebody. You've known them for a long time, but then you really truly get to see who they truly are when all the guards are down, when the mask comes off, and it's like, I don't even know the person I've married.
Right.
Who are you? Because, you know, they get into those drugs, you know, alcohol, addictions of whatever some sort, or, you know, they're not dealing with their mental health and not taking it seriously. It's a lot of factors that comes into people changing who they are. So, and then of course, justifiable for self-protection, questionable when it's just for avoidance. That's kind of what the difference is of it. If you just like, I don't give a damn, I'm just not gonna say anything. It's like, what? Then you got that person over there like, dang, man, what did I do?
That part.
What happened here? Oh my God. You don't told all your kids about your mama in there. You don't came to the cookout.
That is just insanely crazy to me. Like, why even go those extra steps if you just know? Do you think they know or just happens? Like, or do you think if they take it to the family cookouts and stuff and then you got people in their ear? Like, I didn't really like her.
A little bit of anything. I mean, it really could be where they feel like they honestly just pretending and just kind of liking you, and then they don't know how to say no. So it's like, oh, I'm gonna go meet your people. In their head, it's like, I'm gonna be going anyway. So okay, free food, meet the family. I'm gonna get it.
Right.
I'm bouncing. So they ain't really taking it seriously. But also, let's just say, I like that you put that out there. Let's just say that maybe this wasn't really your cup of tea at first. This person you didn't really find yourself attracted to, you know, and then you grown to like them, and then, you know, you have a certain type that you used to date, and all your friends are judgmental about what they look like. Like, girl, you know,
right?
You like this one, you know, but it's like, no.
I just laugh because that literally. I just laughing because it literally just. It's almost like you took it out my head.
You know, it's like, okay, you know, but then so you're embarrassed. It's like, girl, don't be, what you doing over here? So that person or the guy is like, you know, they thinking like they want to you be with a bad chick, and you know,
right.
Oh no, man, she a little lame. You should be with her. What happened to the big girl, booty girl you saw at the club the other day? And I was trying to smash that. She didn't want me. So you go for the rebound friend because you just lonely. Don't do that.
Right. Don't do that.
Don't be wasting my time because you thinking I ain't that cute.
Oh my God. I just don't know why I'm so laughing about that. Because literally like the first 3 sentences, it's just you really hit home. Just like, chat, but they probably cracked up right now. So I don't know which girls are left, but that literally just hit me in my chest right now. So, oh my God.
Brandon, he said, just to be mature and say what you feel. Think about the consequences of your choices and more accordingly. Thank you, people, and continue to share this out. This is going to be every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you guys on the West Coast, you got time.
I respect that.
And enjoy the rest of your evening. Us, we'll be getting to bed, but Friday night I'm off, so I'm gonna be sitting up.
Right.
But yeah, I love the feedback. I love the conversation, and this is an unbiased, place where you can say whatever you want to, and it stays right here. So no judgment.
I love that what he said, Brad. That's what I love what he said, because just be honest and mature about how you feel, because you don't know. I think my girlfriend Lala said this. You don't know what my resume looked like. You don't want me to waste my time. You don't know what my resume looks like behind me. So just let me go then.
Okay. So we're gonna get into the last bit of this one. Then I wanted to get a little bit more into this conversation though about relationships, because since we go in there, let me see. I don't know if I put that other one up. Oh, okay, I did. So we're gonna talk about now. We need to know how to heal. So your feelings have been hurt. You really was feeling this person, and they ghost you. It's like, and you're looking at my social media, and I see you. You can say nothing. What happened? So you get the what ifs and what happens, and then of course, you're gonna get that cute one on your arm, and they're gonna be looking like, oh, so it is. You were talking to somebody else, like no, or where you been? You wasn't worried about me until you saw me talking to somebody else. I'm gonna keep dating.
That part. The respect, the lack of respect, I feel like.
So, don't get mad.
Right.
I'm just saying. So, how do you choose for moving on if you've ever been ghosted? So, I'm gonna ask you, and then we'll break it down to some good tools to use. How do you heal from being ghosted?
Well, for me, I guess, like I said earlier, I don't put my heart in it anymore. It's like on the shelf. Like I really got to spend some time with you or feel some type of way. Now, don't get me wrong. I am a hopeless romantic. To the very end, till today, even after everything, I'm always a hopeless romantic. But I also know the reality of dating today, and so for me, like I don't know. I'm that's a hard question to ask. Do you ever really heal? Like I guess that was wrong to say. I guess you can heal.
You can, because I'm a mental health coach.
Right. I'm just saying, like, for me, you said earlier, like, your self-esteem.
Yes.
I've healed from that, for sure. Like, I've had people tell me I'm too much. I'm always too busy. I'm too happy. I'm too this, and so I had to teach myself and learn that I'm not. You just don't like it. I like it. So I'm not. If you don't like me for who I am, the way I am, then I'm. That's a you problem. That's not a me problem. So that I had to learn from. But I think healing comes in stages for everybody differently. I don't believe that you got to get up. I used to believe that you got to get up under somebody to get over somebody.
I know. The way you can get over somebody is when you get up under somebody else.
Right. But all it does is it's like a Band-Aid, I feel like. I had to learn the hard way. It's like a Band-Aid. So I don't know. Like, I feel like healing is a different avenue for everybody.
I think so too. I definitely think so. And I agree with it. Well, for me, how to heal from it, at first, when it initially happens, especially when you've been talking to this person every week, and they give you that kind of cold shoulder after a while, it's like, it was a certain situation where I had lost contact because my phone was messed up real bad. So I really couldn't reach out and say anything, and I was dealing with my phone company and the insurance. It went from, you can go to the location, get it fixed, or they'll come to your home. It started off coming to my home, which became a back and forth, give and take. It took about a week.
Right.
So, but you can still see if somebody's kind of messaged you and like, hey, where you been?
You all right?
Nothing. I was like, wow. Cool. I mean, we're really just getting to know each other. Okay, but me personally, I'm one of those people who like to touch base with people, especially if we kind of talk at least every other day or so. I'm gonna say, and that's what I did when I finally got my phone fixed. It was like, hey, I apologize for not really reaching out. My phone was messed up pretty bad. Here I am now, so I'm explaining to you what happened while I was distant. Oh, you ain't obligated to tell me anything. It could have been just like, oh, I appreciate you. I don't care if you feel whatever you feel. If you don't feel like we're anything, but at least say, thank you. I appreciate you too checking in. I was worried.
Right.
But it was like,
Wow.
You know, it was like, but okay, cool. And when I got that response, I was just like, but that's when it started changing up a little bit. And I was like, something else is different. And that person came out and was like, you know what? I self-sabotage because it feels too good. Was in certain situations, they was in abusive relationships, and I'm not that type of person. I really treat you like you want to be treated, and I think it was a little too much. And the person that was chasing that person down was like persistent and like pushy and forcey. Sometimes we kind of get it. When we're gonna break down about like really how sometimes we get into these habits of familiar type of people. Because that person wasn't available. That person was in a relationship.
Oh, wow.
So it's like you like the toxic of stuff. So that was my exit strategy. I was like, okay. So after a while, we just started falling off, communicating with each other. And I knew it was something off when I started saying, hey, when we gonna get out sometimes? Oh, I'm hanging out with friends this weekend. I thought we normally at least find a day to spend some time with each other. Oh, I got so much going on. I don't have time for you anymore. It's like, okay.
Right. That's crazy.
But I'm just saying, like we just said earlier, just be honest.
Yeah, just be honest. Yeah. I don't know why it's so hard.
You're not committed. Like, what being honest is gonna do? Like, okay.
Maybe they're afraid to hurt your feelings.
It does.
You know, maybe, that's why I be telling people straight off the bat, don't worry about hurting my feelings. I have my feelings on lock. Even though sometimes it might, like, you're like, ouch, or something. But I feel like if I'm telling you just be honest, it's not gonna hurt my feelings, we cool.
Yeah.
We might be able to stay friends. You know what I'm saying? We'll have a drink every once in a while.
Sometimes people you meet might not be that one for you, but it's like, you know what, but you're cool though.
Right.
We just hang out and be friends. Not everybody you're gonna get with is somebody you're gonna get with. Let's just keep it real.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
If people understand that sort of thing, everybody you're gonna date, don't expect them to be that one for you. It's just somebody you get to know. It could be a very good best friend. It could be anything. So,
they come into your life for a reason,
Yes. So it's the one right here. Oh, well, not that one. Hold on. I think I'm gonna hit one more. Okay, so yeah, how to heal. Put this one up here because we need it sometimes. Some people do take it really hard because especially they out here just don't feel good about themselves and they're feeling insecure here, and you got somebody just not really feeling you like that, but like to play around with you and stuff. And it's like that's not fair to these people. Why do y'all do this to people? There's a million and one people in this world. If you could find your type, but sometimes also it could be the person that's pursuing.
Release.
They could be just a jackass. It could be something that's just terrible, so they can't meet the one they like because they ain't willing to fix themselves, and then they go beat down on the vulnerable person.
Right.
The one that everybody ain't really looking at. And then, like I said, I like to get deep into my conversations because that's that insecurity. So they know you're insecure. So you can tell them anything and it's make you feel like nobody in the world wants you and love you. That's where that abuse comes in at. But
that narcissism.
Yes. And that hurts people. Or they shut down completely and they stick with these people and don't know how to get out of it. And they lose themselves.
Yeah.
It becomes a struggle because it's like nobody else wants me, so I'm going to stick with them. Them beating on me is love. It's how they express themselves because they tell I love you. You just make me. You put me in this. No.
They tell you what you think or that you want to hear, or they think you might need to hear that at that moment.
Yes. So how to heal? So tools for moving on if you've been ghosted. Okay. Acknowledge your feelings. Allow yourself to grieve and process your emotions. It's okay to feel something about it. You did like this person, like myself. I've been fresh out of a divorce, so I really wasn't trying to open up to anybody at the moment because I didn't feel like I was mentally, emotionally ready. So that was me being honest with myself. I'm not ready, but I do want to get out. I don't want to sit in this house alone. I do want to get out and because you can't meet somebody if you don't get out and meet them. And it helps me meet new people, get outside, gain friendship if it doesn't go anywhere else.
Right.
But it's okay to feel some type of way about it, though. If you really was feeling that person, and you got to reclaim your power. Don't let somebody else control how you should feel in this situation. Gain your power. Reclaim, excuse me. So if you're standing on your boundaries and saying, no, this is what I'm telling you that I'm all about, and they trying to break it down and make you feel some type of way or convince you and change your mind. No, reclaim your power. No, I didn't say it when I said it the first time. I'm not dating right now. No. But then it's like, but okay, you got me. No, stand on your business and really mean what you say. That's how you protect yourself from a lot of hurt and pain because you stick to your boundaries there. Lean on support. Reach out to trusted friends or journal your thoughts. So sometimes we can't tell anybody anything, but if you write it down, seek a therapist, a coach, somebody unbiased to your situation you can trust and get your vents out or write it down and look at it, think about it, process it, come back to it. What can I do to change it? And then focus on yourself. Engage in activities that bring happiness and confidence. And I'm gonna go a little deeper into that one because 3 and 4, or maybe still 2, protect your boundaries, stick to it. Yes.
Right.
But sometimes we kind of break that power and we give in a little bit. So when you do let somebody in and it's like it kind of went left, now you got to kind of rebuild yourself back up. So leaning on support, therapy, writing it down, going through it, but don't jump into something else. Heal. Yeah. First, heal. Get to a place where you're happy within self. We have to make ourselves happy. And I'm gonna say this, and I always repeat this for those that have been watching this show. I got a quote from Will Smith back when they had an entanglement conversation with the red. But he simply said, "I am not responsible for making you happy. You are responsible for your own happiness." Now, two people that are happy within come together. Yes, we can be happy together. But if I am happy, let's say a glass of water filled, and this person is half empty here, and you're pouring your happiness and trying to pull them up, bring them back, strengthen, then you're starting to lose a little bit of yourself, and that's thing you know, they don't drain everything from you. Yeah. Now you're down here. Now
you're tired of pouring.
You don't put all your energy into this, and now you're depleted. You're not happy. Don't allow anybody to steal your joy and your, all of that. Don't take your energy. So, with that being said, if you're not healthy, if you're not healed and all that, I need to know these things before I get into this relationship because I'm no longer saving people. Being a mental health coach, I find myself getting with people that are mentally unstable. And they want me to be that savior. And it's like, I can't save you if you don't want to save yourself, though. Right. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with some people do have some issues, yes, but they have to be willing to work on it, though. I'm not saying everybody's going to be complete. Like you said, are people completely healed? No. Yeah. I'm still healing. I'm still seeing a therapist as a coach. I still talk to a therapist. Right. Nothing wrong with that. But as far as the focusing on yourself, though, some people feel like they have to have a partner in order to feel whole. Right. In fact, they're being mistreated, left behind, and they lose a little bit of themselves. But it's like, but I got somebody I can call I have, though. No.
They don't always work that way.
You can go out and take yourself on a dinner date, solo trips, go with your homegirls, and enjoy life. even if it's something that other people don't want to do. Some people,
Right.
art galleries and just do fun things. Like, I'm not even gonna wait on my friends on this one. They don't want to do it. I'm gonna go out here and do it, because you
Right.
do engage with other people that like doing things that you like. You never know who you meet outside of that. But that's just you being comfortable and within yourself, though, to take yourself out. But
Right.
that's hard to come by for some people. Is that kind of how you do? You go out sometime by yourself?
Oh yeah, I do. I'll take myself to a movie.
Mhm.
I'll sit here and have a glass of wine by myself. I'll take myself to dinner. I had to learn all that though.
Yeah.
It took me a few years, but I had to learn all that. I had to learn how to relove myself. I had to learn to, know it's okay to spend money on myself. I had to learn to know that, I could be happy. And all that, and I will say 2 years after my divorce, it was my first birthday alone.
Okay.
No kids. My kids are grown. They were both off doing their own thing. My first birthday of myself. I think that was the day I woke up and I took myself. I was like, you're not gonna sit here and be sad. You taking yourself to a movie, taking yourself to dinner. You're gonna go buy yourself some nice clothes, some shoes. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna live. You don't need to have nobody do those things with. And that was when I learned to love myself again and know that it's okay to date myself. I don't
Absolutely.
actually need a physical person to date. I can date myself. And if you can get there, then I feel like then all the other stuff comes a little easier.
And you know
So
what? And it makes you a little bit more mature. That's what I said, mentally mature.
mhm,
Because you don't really need somebody else to give you validation. You don't need anybody to give you
right,
that love that you already feel for yourself. So it's like, you can't even bring me down because I feel good about me, who I am.
right,
So if you over here is insecure and everything else, you can't bring me down.
right.
I'm
Oh,
good by myself
mhm,
over here. I'm all about, I say it a lot, I protect my peace.
yeah, for
So
sure.
you come in and disturb that,
There's a
I
problem.
worked too hard out here
Mhm,
to build myself up to this point, because I used to be where I didn't do anything. I'm still kind of in the isolation stage. That's why I started back up with therapy
mhm,
to deal with that. But I recognize sometimes I need that. When
right.
we recognize those things about ourselves instead of ignoring it and not having accountability, because I have a lot of childhood trauma going on, relationship trauma,
Mhm.
things that happened to me in the past that I've kind of brushed aside, didn't really face.
Right. It was understandable. I feel like a lot of us still have some baggage that we have to deal with. We know how to put it away. Sometimes, we pull it back out. But I feel like a lot of us have gone through. I went through a horrible breakup last year. It was the first long-term relationship I had been in after my divorce.
Okay.
I was playing the field. I was, just out traveling everywhere. And it was with somebody I had known for over 20 something years. And I hadn't trusted. He was a friend, And
And
so,
it
but
can be the ones that's really close to you that you don't
yeah,
expect to happen, treat you like that.
yes, complete narcissist later,
Oh,
build you up, break you down, build you up, break you down,
oh,
abusive later. Like I never had saw that abusive side of him before.
mm,
Like where he put your hands, like all the abusive though, the hands, the way he talked to you, and other things. And so it took, I'm glad I'm stronger. I'm a lot stronger now, but I'm glad I was stronger at that time. But it's still something that you're like, you gotta like that trust factor and that being protective and scared to like adventure off to new relationships that he was a friend. So how do you build a relationship with another friend or somebody that knew you, or what I'm saying? It's not, I'm not saying all guys are the same,
yeah.
but there's that trust factor again, right, that we talked about earlier. So it's like there's a lot of things that come into this. I'm more comfortable actually meeting a total stranger, getting to know them from scratch,
Yes.
and trying to see the red flags ahead of time, or trying to, let's see if we can make this work. Is this, relatable? Is this not? I'm more comfortable meeting a stranger today than I am knowing that somebody that's known me for so many, years wants to just come on in and be my knight in shining
That
armor.
hurts more, honestly.
It does.
And because
It does.
especially when you at first wasn't even trying to go there with that person. It's like
Mm-hmm.
we're just too good of a friends. Sometimes it ruins a whole friendship and everything. It's like, so then it's the grief of that too, because it's like, damn,
Yeah.
I did not expect it. And then especially when you're somebody so familiar to you, you're gonna kind of
Yeah.
ignored a little bit. It's like, okay. I know this
Mhm.
person. Maybe I can get to them. Maybe I can change them. And then it's like they just
But then
abuse
they know you so well. So then they know
you. Know
what
how to
you've been
manipulate.
through. They know how to manipulate you. They know what to say to
Mhm.
you to make you feel good. They know how to build you up. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot there,
It
you
is.
know? And
It is.
so like I said, and you know the families, you know, like you know everything. So those are the ones that scare me the most, honestly. You know what I mean? So like for me, it's just like I don't know. Like those are the harder ones. Like I said, I'm more comfortable for meeting a stranger online or meeting a stranger and starting from scratch. Like I'm cool on that.
You
Like
know what? And because and I'm glad we're on this conversation. I'm gonna go back to the topic so people can understand what we're talking about. Then I'm gonna get to the last part of this because I wanted to get to the communication strategies and things that can help some people that do ghost find a better
mhm,
alternative to ghosting.
right.
It can be not healthy sometimes. So we're still talking about how to heal. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, tools for moving on if you've been ghosting. So um, and this kind of goes into also honest communication strategies as well. So
Mm-hmm.
um, tools for just moving on if you've been ghosted. We kind of already I think we already said that. Just
Mm-hmm.
just be honest.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
It can't. I mean, it can hurt that person's feelings, but they will learn learn how to grieve from that. But just being honest with somebody, you
Mm-hmm.
don't realize it can go a long way from there. It's like, okay, I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives that person that option to, it's like, okay, I really thought that we was gonna go somewhere with this, and I can't handle just being a friend to you, so I'm gonna back out. No love lost there.
Right.
Or you know what? No, I'm cool with just being your friend. You're really a cool person. I respect that. But then there comes that somebody might get jealous. It's just a lot that goes into that. So if you truly are for that, or you're just saying that hoping for change,
Right.
don't set yourself up for that, either. If you
Yeah.
just walking with it because this person said, yep, I ain't with it. Me either. But deep down inside, it's like, I really do want this. It's like now you're setting yourself up for hurt and pain because you're and I was that person that 13 years of relationship thinking I can change somebody. But they were showing me the same stuff. I couldn't depend on them. And I'm not talking about financially and everything else like that. With my situation, my two relationships I was in, something happened to me when I was a child,
Mm-hmm.
in high school, SA, basically, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
And it took away my innocence.
Mm-hmm.
So I became a little wild out there because I felt hurt and pain from it. I had a lot of trauma from it. And be quiet, son, in a way. A lot of pain. And so I started this skipping school, not taking my grades. I'm glad my mom moved me from that high school that I was in. We moved
Mm-hmm.
into a better because it was a bad side of Atlanta, west side of Atlanta. If you ever go
Mm-hmm.
around that side, there's some hood sides of Atlanta. I used to stay on that side of town. So I was just all around as bad people. So I could quickly just leave out the house, go hang out with folks. I was starting to hang out with the wrong crowd after that. Having sex, this, that, and the other, and just I didn't care anymore. I was like, I don't have my innocence anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like I have nothing worth left, if you will. And it was an older person, mind you, so took advantage of a young person.
Mm-hmm.
So I was hurting from that. And when it happened, the police came, but I was so embarrassed. I was like, nah, I don't want to go even get all that done. Leave it alone.
Yeah.
So I left it at that, but it was always in my memory. And that's how I led my life into meeting other people, trying to find some people that can save me, make me feel safe
Mm-hmm.
instead of healing myself inside. So, of course, I tell these people I'm dating that once we're getting close and close. That's how my, the parent of my kids is.
Mm-hmm.
Knew everything about that. Knew that I was going through some emotional things about myself that I needed some help with. So I'm leaning towards you, and you kind of cheated on me and just took advantage of me and really hurt me. So that
Right.
really brought me all the way down. So, as I told you earlier, it was 3 years before I got into my next long-term relationship. That was the 13-year one.
Mm-hmm.
You knew what I was coming from. I was being cheated on. Stuff happened to me. I haven't quite healed. Now I got anxiety, depression, all these things built up into me. So I'm a lot to work with.
Yeah.
You acted like you here for me. No, I ain't gonna never do that to you. I'm here for you. It went from we talk every day. I can tell you everything. Oh, I feel like you understand me, to the point where it's like, are you really are pretending? Like, when I really need you for something, you're not there. Oh, you're overreacting. Nonchalant. Didn't care. Didn't have any, drive about themselves. I'm a business person. I like to get up and go and do things. You're a complainer and complacent. We just started to see that we were just not compatible with each other.
Right.
So that's when I had to finally say, you know what? I need to face some things about myself, because there was some other things that went on in my life too.
Mm-hmm.
Found out that at 19, pregnant with my first child, the guy that I called father was actually not my biological dad. Family secrets. Found out I had a whole biological dad that didn't want nothing to do with me, and I had other siblings. It's a lot.
A lot.
So you don't know what people are going through, and you want to pounce on those vulnerable people and really, really damage them a lot. And it's terrible.
It is.
So it took me, and it's still taking me a lot, because that 13-year marriage, we grew apart. I felt alone in my marriage. I felt like I had to cope and heal myself. That's another reason why I decided to take on mental health coaching, get certified in it, because I wanted to understand what I was diagnosed with. I want to understand how to cope and do things and help myself. So I started taking accountability for my own actions and who I am, started facing my traumas and things. And I'm working on that. I'm still a work in process, but I'm a lot better. So I can have these conversations without getting emotional about it. I'm doing it to help other people. That's why I'm passionate about mental health awareness. So this is the purpose of this show. We're gonna talk some juicy stuff.
Right.
We're gonna get real candid in here. And respect the space. If anybody gets disrespectful or say anything, you will get exit out, because I want people to feel comfortable to sit on this couch and talk about it. So that's how some tools of moving on if you've been ghosted. So what about you? You said you just don't take it personal. What else for you?
But I had to get there. But not to go so into it, but I've also had that kind of similar journey that you've had. But with my ex-husband, I've only been married once. For me, I know you brought it up earlier, like what reason why people, ghost, because they start seeing habits that other people, start. So I cancer survivor, had multiple surgeries and stuff. So, you start to be put on medications and all that other stuff. So, and it changes, it does. And, it was a learning process, because, when you go to see these doctors and stuff, they don't tell you, this drug is going to do this and this drug is going to do this, or you're going to be, actually become almost like you do become an addict. Like I still say today, yes, I am, I used to be an addict, I was on so many pain meds. I was on so many other medications. And so when is it okay for, like, when you get married, you're supposed to honor your vows, and then, and then you want to cower it out because you don't want to deal with the hard stuff.
Yeah,
it's
what I'm saying? Better or worse part of a marriage.
Right. So for me, I guess when I started, like, not starting to care anymore is after being married to somebody for 27 years, and I say, okay, I need to get help. I'm getting healthy. The doctors are starting to move me a different way. Mentally, I'm going through some things, but I also got to get off all these medications that also mess your mental up and stuff. I just need to know, no matter how long this takes me, that you will be there for me when I get out. And the first thing you say is like, well, I can't make any promises. Yeah. What? Like, which means you can't make no promises. Well, this is not what I signed up for. Then you're like, well, then why do I even want to get help? So I guess going back to, like, what you were saying, even like you start this new 13-year, but you went through all this stuff, but they want to play on that. It's like,
yes,
I'm trying to better
and take advantage of it. That's
what. Yeah. So it's like, and then here comes the next question. It's like, well, don't you think it's been weird that we've been together, just each other, for our whole life and nobody else? It's like, no, actually, I don't. But if you feel like the grass is greener over there, let's not forget what makes grass green. Shit. So if you want to go put your feet in shit, then go ahead and, go jump in the grass that you feel is greener. You know what I mean? So it's like, so I guess coming from that, I've learn to just not give a fuck no more.
Yeah.
You can't. I just been through so much in that aspect of my marriage to where I the hardness is gone for me. I just don't have any sympathy anymore. Like, like when it comes to all that. So I get it. Like I get all that. And I also come with baggage, but at the same time,
We all do.
I don't try to put my baggage on anybody else. You know what I mean? I try to let you know where I came from, what I've been through, and hope that you understand and not use that against me as a weapon.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're gonna wrap it up in a minute here. Thank you everybody that's tuning in. I'm glad you watched. We're gonna get to this last point and then we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up because I like to just really get you guys into. We talk about it, but you're gonna learn something here. So, alternatives to ghosting, just healthy communication strategies now. So, I couldn't have a little something that can bring up because I didn't get time to do that, but I have it right here. So here is some honest communications, and then we'll close it out. Gentle goodbyes. So if you're not interested, or a short and kind message go a long way. So basically, I enjoy getting to know you, but I don't feel this is the right fit. Wishing you the best. You can only do but nothing but respect that.
Right.
And then number 2, boundaries with clarity though. So if you need space or are overwhelmed, say so instead of disappearing. So I've got a lot on my plate, and I'm the one to do something like that right now. So I can't continue this connection. Thank you for understanding. Sometimes people don't take that though. And that was my issue. I'm telling you, I got a lot on my plate.
Right.
I'm still not mentally ready. I just got them out in the voice, but
right.
And that's on you, not me. That's a you problem, not me.
Hey, that's my favorite line. That's a you problem, not me. I say that all the time.
The slow fade, done respectfully though. If you don't want to continue, reduce interaction while still closing the loop. I won't be as available moving forward, but I wanted to let you know directly rather than disappearing. So just letting you know, I'm gonna fall back a little bit. I got a lot, but you're giving them that conversation, so they will be left and open. Like,
right?
You out there with somebody else, and they looking like, what the hell happened? You didn't tell me,
Right?
It's like, well, I did tell you that, but you was like, what? Don't come up and mad at me now.
Right.
We got 2 more from here. It says the honest but kind exit. And there's a specific reason, share it with care. I realize we're looking for different things, so we're not on the right page. And I don't want to waste your time. I hope you find what you're looking for. That's healthy. That's honest. It's cool. Yeah. It's not bringing you down or disrespecting you and talking about you or anything. Just like, we're 2 different people. We're going 2 different paths. I'm gonna let you go find what you're looking for. But nice meeting you. I mean, to me, I can respect it. It's okay, cool. I mean, I respect that. And then last and not least, but gratitude with closure. End things with appreciation and a clear stop. Thank you for the conversations. We had some great times. I'm not looking to continue, but I truly wish you well. Like, I enjoyed it a little bit, but yeah.
I don't know why it's so hard.
Why?
I don't understand why that's so hard for people.
It sounds good, but it's hard for a lot of people. A lot of people just rather just ignore you, block you, because it's the easiest thing to do because you're not physically in my face.
Right.
You got to come over here. I got to go over there to meet you. So it's quickly easier to just not say anything.
That damn technology.
That's what it comes down to.
Right, for sure.
I already knew Big Show was out there partying and having a good time. I'm gonna try to have her on again next time. But
yes, it was so nice to meet her.
Yes, but what you think about those communication styles and everything?
I enjoy. I always love learning new things, and I did learn a lot tonight. And so, but I also learned that I am kind of a ghoster myself. Once we got it all out, I'm like, in my own way.
But some things are justifiable though, so
it is.
It's not such a scary word as people was thinking. Just ghosting,
right?
Like you thinking the negative part of things. No, sometimes it's just like what it is.
You're right.
And I'm tired.
That part.
It's a lot to really entertain somebody else, along with entertaining yourself. If you are a parent, or you in school, or you working on some things for yourself, you really got to be a hell of a lot awesome for me to be like, okay, yep, I'm gonna
That
squeeze
part.
in for
That
you.
part.
Because, like we said, we could be kicking our feet back over here, sipping wine and chit chatting with our friends,
Right.
watching friends,
Watching a movie or so.
watching a
Right.
movie or something like that. On Debo's show, talk about 80s vibes and stuff.
When we can stay on topic, yes.
And see, we stayed on topic over here.
We
So,
sure did. Listen, that's why I like the girl talk.
yes. On that
Because
note,
guys be getting in their feelings. Guys be getting, and I feel like guys are more girls than girls are. When it comes to feelings.
guys are emotional. And
Very
I'm gonna
emotional.
say this, I'm gonna get a little deeper into it.
Right.
So in the gay community, you're gonna have your masculine, you're gonna have your feminine. Sometimes those masculine ones can be the biggest babies, just trying to build up a persona of I'm tough. And it's like when you get behind the scenes, you like, oh, okay. But I feel like masculine and feminine is an energy anyways.
Yeah, I didn't know you guys didn't have that many places out here. I would thought that because Vegas, because I'm originally from Vegas, I in Vegas there's so many communities out there,
it's
so
but it's
well, I mean, places to go to, like just bars and clubs and all that, and safe places to go. Yeah. So I'm shocked because Vegas isn't as big as people think it is. It's kind of small, but it's. I was shocked when you said that. So
yeah, that's why we have you have your Black pride and you have your everybody else pride. That's what we end up having to have like a little because it is
the Asian pride.
The Asian pride, yeah.
Asian pride. Hey.
But on that note, people, thank you for tuning in. Welcome again to the Kandid Room. This is the conversation we have on this show, and I want you to get into a little bit. I want you to close out and tell everybody else about you and your shows in case they didn't catch the beginning of this episode. And if you are here, please put some roses in the chat, your wine glasses. Let me know you enjoyed this conversation. We will be here each and every Friday now at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to be a guest, you can reach out to me. It's in the description, but I'm gonna let you go ahead and wrap this up. Let everybody know, what you got going on and what's upcoming for you.
So the show I'm on every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. is the Debo Vibes. I was on Debo Vibes channel on YouTube. It's the Debo Savage Life, and it's all about 90s everything. So if you like going back in time and you want to talk about the 90s, that is the place to be. But starting October 7th, I am venturing out on my own with my homegirl, and together we will be dropping our first live on Savagely Uncut. So if you haven't, go over to Savagely Uncut on YouTube and subscribe. And join us on October 7th. We're doing 9 p.m. Eastern time. So but yeah, it's good. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be just kind of like how this is all going, and talk about the hard stuff, but also talk about the fun stuff. And then have some roundtable issues. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm so excited to venture off. So
I mean, you're a natural, so I can't wait to see with you and your home girl, Miss Lala.
Yes.
Watch that. You guys lock that on your calendar, October 7, 9 p.m. Eastern. I will be sharing it too once you guys get that episode out and put the links out. I'll make sure that everybody will be able to find you.
I appreciate you.
But you're welcome to join on here. More often as well.
It was a breath of fresh air, however that goes, from the Debo Vibe show. I hope he ain't taking that personal. It's just being with two boys on a show sometimes could be a lot. So
I get it.
Right.
You need a different vibe there.
It is. I told him we don't get to talk about certain things, but he's like what? I'm like this. This right here. If you're still on Debo, this topic's right here. So.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, so I hope everybody. What's the name of the show again?
Savagely Uncut for mine on October 7th, and then Debo Vibes on YouTube for our trio one. So
okay. So y'all go ahead. If you are on YouTube right about now, go ahead and head on over there. Where I put it? Oh, it's at the bottom. Put it back up here. There we go. Find her. There you go. So, host of Savagely Uncut and Debo Savage Life on Debo Vibes. 2 channels. So follow both. Okay. But you'll see me sharing it too. And actually made an appearance on their show this Wednesday.
She did. So you were so good. It was so good. Especially talking about Prince, girl. Prince.
Girl, we talking about Prince. And a lot of people know me. I am fascinated with
man. I
And
went and looked up that segment you guys were talking about because I couldn't remember where the Prince and Michael Jackson thing happened. And
oh,
I then I jogged my memory. My girlfriend sent it to me and she was like, "Here it is." And then I went and watched the segment that Will I Am had talked about the whole thing.
yeah.
I watched that like 4 times because it was funny. Like how he
Mhm.
explained the whole feud was funny. So, man, that was a really great show. So we
Yes.
might have to do another one.
And then of course she was out doing some karaoke, but hey,
Oh
she
yeah.
is a jack of all trades. I definitely respect it and you love her, even though she shows some love, and I'll take that. But that was Sylvia, aka multi-billion-dollar or big show, is what we call her. She's the
Wow.
founder and CEO of On Blast Radio, On Blast
Hmm.
Magazine. I spelled magazine wrong there, but OBR Prince and Heartfield Music. So basically, what that is for it highlights indie artists. So if you are an independent artist and you're trying to get yourself out there, they have a radio channel you can submit your music, and I put some brochures up for you so you can kind of figure out how to do so. So basically, you'll just email right here.
Nice.
If you're interested in being on radio or have a show idea like a podcast, because actually this is on Blast Radio right now on their
Oh
YouTube
wow.
as well. It's home of the $5 spin. So if you want your music to be played, send your music and it's $5 to spin it. It's just a way of building that platform on Blast Radio Atlanta. So they have a website right there. It's onblastradio.com. So they already got music artists on there now. So if you want your music submitted, you can email. You can find them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, wherever you can find them, and contact them. They got a phone number there at the end right there, onblastradio@gmail.com. So if you know somebody that's trying to, as an artist or got a show idea and things like that, let's support our businesses, small businesses here. So that's how you can kind of reach out to them. So I still wanted to show her some love because
Of course.
me and her are collabing on this. So it will be on Blast or it'll be here right on Kandid Room. So I appreciate everybody that's tuned in. But on that note, people, I appreciate you guys watching tonight. Come back. If you want to be a guest on my show, please follow me on social media platforms at Maggie T Productions. I do have a Cash App if you kind of want to donate to the channel. I love it. It's $ Maggie T Productions, as well as email me, maggietproductions@gmail. I made it easy for you to find. Now, if you want some mental health coaching, check in the description. And then you know what? Send me your information, your link to your YouTube channel. I'm going to put that in the comment section to pin it to the top so they can find you as well. So when we leave here. All right, people. Good night. I hope you enjoy your weekend and have a good one. It was lovely. ATLEO, good night. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you for hanging in here. Tell everybody to come back and watch and leave some feedback. And we're out. Peace.